Hello, Deanna here, and thanks so much for being here. So today's video is going to be a newbie book tag. I have not done this video yet. I have seen it on quite a few other BookTubers channels. I feel like it's a little bit of a rite of passage to have any booktuber who is new to BookTube do their own video. So here I am. I had watched a couple different videos, so I've compiled a couple questions, which I will link them below, and I will go ahead and put the list of questions below as well with those links, because I liked some of the questions from one of the videos I watched and I like some of the questions from the other, so I compiled them together. So I have 20 questions that I am going to go through. So I've got all of the questions right here and I'm going to go ahead and go through them. Question number 1, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel here on YouTube in 2018 is actually when I started the channel. I had posted my first ever video, which I can go ahead and link, that was right around the time I had watched the movie with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, which was A Simple Favor. And I was kind of captured by that movie and just the knowledge that it was a book that it came from. So I had done a bit of a little video on my thoughts on that movie and the book. I love that I have that original video was where my original love went, was books. I've always loved books, and so I just love that my first channel, when I first tried to dip my toe into the YouTube world, was about books, and it just speaks to authentically who I am. I am a bit of a book nerd and I love books, so I just want to keep that alive, and I really just want to put myself out there, allowing others a chance to come and just have a little community. If that's what this channel grows to be, that's incredible. If not, it's gonna be something maybe for me to look back at one day and go, wow, Deanna, look at how much your life has changed or just grown, or look at all the places maybe you traveled in these incredible books. So it's my own kind of documentation of my reading library, and it's gonna be a video diary of that essentially, and what my thoughts are on my books. So that's why I want to continue doing this channel, and it's also going to be a way for me to put myself out there and just hopefully others will like it. So that's why I started my channel. That was a big rambling thing, so I talk a lot, I'm sorry. On to the next one. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube/BookTube? Imposter syndrome, say what now? What can I bring new? What can I bring that hasn't already been done in YouTube? I don't know, that's a bit of a loaded question. That's a lot of expectation. Right now, I'm just bringing me. I'm just bringing my view on things, my experiences, my opinions. But it's gonna be me being as authentic as I possibly can. A mom with a full-time career, bringing that perspective of trying to balance work, life, fun, hobbies, all of that fun stuff. Maybe that will come through in these videos. I'm able to be a little more vulnerable. That's kind of part of my goal, and that's what I can bring to YouTube as I get all like nervous and oh gosh, but that's what I hope, so fingers crossed. Question number 3, what are you most excited about for this channel? I'm excited to make some connections, hopefully. Just enjoy the love of reading, the love of books, love of writing, anything book related. I hope that's what this channel grows to be. Question 4, why do you love reading? talking about being vulnerable. It's just ripped me raw there on why do I love reading. Like most individuals would probably say, it's a form of escape. It's a form of finding comfort in these incredible stories and stepping into other people's worlds and losing yourself for a little bit. I love these journeys that these books can take us on. I love finding new books and new authors and just seeing what some of their visions have been and the creativity that they have. It's so fascinating to me that people can take certain plots and storylines but tweak them a bit, and one person could take it one way and one person could take another. So it's just incredible how it speaks a little bit to each person's individuality, but also how connected we all are too. So I think that's a really interesting way to look at books and why I kind of love reading as well. Way to go on fun adventures and travel and learn different things and expand my horizons through reading. But it's also nostalgic for me too, in that it's just feels like it's part of who I am, is my love of books. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? Going back in my memory, I want to say some of the books that really sparked an interest in me were The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch and Gillian Jiggs, which was by Phoebe Gilman. I loved the wonderful world of Gillian Jiggs and like all her pigs. I'll put a picture here. That one, my little brain thought that they were like actual pigs. I kind of remember I thought they were actual pigs and not ones that she had made. So it's funny how as a child, maybe I actually thought these were her pig friends. So, but I do remember I loved those books. And then when I branched into more like middle grade type books, I was into like Sweet Valley High books and The Babysitter's Club by Anna Martin. I absolutely loved the Babysitter's Club books, so that was my favorite book series growing up. And the Boxcar Kids too. I loved that series as well. Number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Can we be friends? I think what I would mainly ask is, how do you find time and motivation to pump out like so many incredible videos that you guys do? I've seen so many. There's too many to count of just so many incredible booktubers that are out there. One of my favorites is Jesse the Reader. I feel like he's probably one of the ones that I stumbled on first was Jesse, and he's just so enthusiastic and excited, and when he explains why he loves a book, you want to read it because he just explains it in a way that he's just so passionate about it and just so excited about it that it gets you excited to want to read it. So I would definitely ask him, how do you maintain that level of like excitement and like just joy for doing this, and how do you put yourself out there so much? Like, I am a bundle of anxiety and nerves half the time. How do you put yourself out there for millions of people to see you? And how do you deal with possible imposter syndrome? This isn't just for Jesse, sorry, but for any YouTubers out there that maybe struggle with that, how do you push through it? Because that is something I deal with too, is why would anyone even want to listen to me, and how could I even do this, and why am I even doing this? And that can get you spiraling. So how sometimes do you push past that and just do it and maintain it too, and go through those ups and downs that come with the world of YouTube? That would be some of my questions for them. Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Well, as I just said in my last answer, anxiety ramped up. Like, how do I overcome the anxiety of putting myself out there, the possibility of negative comments, and just being okay and getting over this people-pleasing thing I have, and just being okay with what I put out is what I put out, and being happy with that and satisfied with that and being okay with that. And then I think I'm gonna struggle a little bit with just time and consistency, because I have these things where I go through like spikes of like, oh, I'm really into this, and then I'm not as into it anymore. So it's just gonna be like maintaining consistency and continuing to push through and produce videos and edit videos. And maybe my eyes sometimes. That'll overcome the struggle of these bad boys being in front of a screen all the time. Question 8. When did you start reading? I don't know. Young is all I can say. I don't remember the exact time when I started reading. I have just always loved reading. I remember growing up as a little child in elementary school. Library day was my absolute favorite day. Anytime that we got to go to the library, I was pumped. I loved it. Let me in that library. Let me get all my hands on all those books, especially the little card system you had to like pull out. Oh, dating myself. It was just so exciting to get to go to the library and just feel all the books and see all the books and touch all the books and read all the books. Like, I loved it. And I also remember as well being maybe like grade 1 or 2, and my one teacher had just a corner where it was like the bookshelf corner, and I just remember we used to be able to go around to like stations sometimes of where you would be able to play or what activity, and when it was like my time to do the reading corner, that was my favorite place to be, was in that little reading corner in like a little beanbag chair, all snuggled up with probably one of those Robert Munch books. That was my favorite place to be in class. Question number 9. Where do you read? Anywhere, everywhere, over there, over here, anywhere. I love it. Anywhere I can just find a nice quiet place and just have a book, I am happy. My favorite places of where I read would be probably my bath. I like to light like a little candle, make myself a nice warm bath, and just escape for a bit because no one comes to bug me usually. So it's a nice way to just have some uninterrupted time for me and a good book. And then I'll also read a lot in bed, of course, too, especially before I go to sleep. And here too, it's kind of like my office slash my area of the home, the sunroom. I've got like a little fireplace off screen there. I got my bookshelf right here. I've got a little table in front of me where I put my tea or, you know, a nice bottle of water, and then I usually either stretch out on this couch or the couch opposite me and I just read. So that's my favorite places to read. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? This is almost going to be like the anything and everything, anywhere and everywhere, because I don't know if I really have like a favorite type of book I read, because honestly, I'm a bit of a mood reader, so it really sometimes depends on what my mood is. Some days I like a good YA book, some days I love a fantasy, some days I love a romance, some days I love a memoir, like, so it's hard for me to say what exactly is my favorite because it really depends on the writing, just the characters, the story, like that's kind of what draws me. And again, like I said, it's my mood. Am I in a sad mood? Am I in a happy mood? Do I want to get into a happy mood if I'm in a sad mood, or do I want to just kind of cry for a little bit for some characters? That's kind of how I decide maybe on what type of book I want to read. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. This is me. I hope you learned a little bit about me. Hopefully you want to come back and learn some more or see some more. If you do, subscribe and all that fun YouTube stuff. You know what to do. You're natural at this. So thank you again so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourself. Thank you again for watching, and you will see me next time. Bye!